Hi, very good morning to all of you. Shall we start the session?
Uh, yes, sir, we can start now.
Okay, sure.
So, can I give a brief intro about our seminar?
Yeah, sure, of course. Ashika, sure.
So, good morning, everyone, and welcome you to our workshop. So, today we will be diving into the AI driven future and prompt engineering and about how full stack developers can stay ahead, a vital topic for anyone looking to build a successful career in IT. So, this session is a part of our Train and Hire program aimed at helping freshers gain the skills needed to thrive in today's competitive job market. So, our expert today is Mr. Abhilash Nelson, research scholar and corporate trainer from Faith Infotech Academy, Technopark. So, he will guide us today on how AI can enhance our full stack development skills, boost your coding efficiency, and prepare for you an AI driven future. So, thank you everyone for joining us, and I hope you can find this session insightful and valuable. So, now let's get started.
Yeah, thank you, Ashika, for giving a great start for us. So I hope all of you have joined. Ashika gave a briefing about myself, Abhilash Nelson. Actually, I started my career as a programmer some 10 years back. I started as a web developer. Later, I switched on to mobile programming, and then I moved on to training. So right now I'm conducting training offline and online. And the topic that we have for today is actually a very controversial topic as of now. I hope all of you are either working or maybe looking for a career in IT. And it's really a challenge and also a very kind of a boon to our developers that we are now living in a world of uh, assistants. Like when we wake up, we will have assistant in our phone saying that, okay, today you have something to do. Then you say okay. Then the assistant will be giving you some suggestions that this, if you go by this way, there will be traffic. So these are the things we are bombarded with, these kind of assistants, AI assistants nowadays. It's okay with all those assistants, but when these assistants come into programming, we are skeptical that whether we will be losing our jobs, whether we will be uh, able to do our job efficiently. So today's discussion is about that. It's not only a discussion, it's I'm planning it as a really practical kind of a session where we will have a small discussion in the beginning and then we will move on with uh, practical sessions, how you can use AI tools inside your IDE, that is your development environment. I'm taking Visual Studio Code as an example. Then we will install some AI assistants in Visual Studio Code, and then we will move on to prompting techniques. Unlike Google search in AI, that is in with AI assistants, you have to prompt it. The deep you are prompting, the meaningful your prompt is, the specific your reply will be. So we will discuss about how efficiently we can prompt an LLM model like ChatGPT. Then we will have a Q&A session. So for our first session, I would like to have it as a discussion. It's not me speaking always. You also have to participate. No matter whether it's English or Malayalam, you can use whatever the language you are comfortable with. The first session will be, I would like to have it as a discussion or view of impact of AI in software development. We are living in a world of AI assistants, like I said before, and it's actually transforming every layer of software development. I remember the days when I started coding. At that time, I'm a 90s, not 90s, late 80s kid. So uh, at that time, we had only the dial-up connection, that 56 kbps dial-up connection. It's not a good option to use Google search. So there was only one option to refer to books, those big kind of books. 500, 600 pages book for Java, .NET, Python, and all. So that was the situation at that time. But later, when the connection was fast, like 10 Mbps, 15 Mbps connections came, these broadband connections, then people throw those books away and start relying on Google search and also web search for their programming needs, like looking for a code fragment or troubleshooting a piece of code. And Stack Overflow was the superstar at that time. We had a saying that if Stack Overflow and Google search will be out for some 15 minutes, then the entire Technopark will be stuck, because all the developers are actually referring to these Google search and Stack Overflow. There was a time like that. But now, recently, kind of some 2 years back, AI assistants leading by the ChatGPT LLM, the large language model, they came into existence. And what happened is that Google search have transferred into AI assistants, where this AI can get you anything you want, like whatever the code or troubleshooting or even an entire project this AI can bring to you. We say that, okay, this AI assistants are really good help for us. It will help in automating repetitive tasks. Then it will enhance the decision making, and uh, you know. But at some time, it feels like this is getting a bit annoying, and this is being a threat to our programmers. Hope you remember time when there were no computers. You know, we had some 5 accountants in a company. And when the computer came, their number reduced to only one. So 4 of them lost their job. Even if we say that these assistants are really good, it can cause sometimes reduction in capacity. But if you want to stay ahead of all these turmoils, all these confusions, it's a fact that you should be adaptive. You should learn how you can use this AI for your benefit. Okay, let me move on to the next slide. We discussed the good aspect of introducing AI in development. Please bear with me for the first 3 to 4 slides, and after that we will start our practical sessions. Anyway, there should be an introduction, right? Okay, that's why. You can also participate in the discussion. We have around 15 people here, so we can also participate. How it is going to improve our development. It will increase the productivity, of course. You can do more code, enhance creativity. It's like another person who is sitting beside us, who is a genius, who can contribute to our code. Then continuous learning, of course, not, I would say, because people will stop learning once they get their AI assistant. Then debugging will be improved. Of course, it will be improved, but there is a downside of this. Just like I said, there is job displacement concerns, like they need 5 programmers. Right now, they need only 1 programmer. This kind of challenges we have. Or reliance on AI. People will stop learning and people will always rely on AI. Even if I know people who are into development, 5-6 years of experience, they even don't know how to write a for loop, a typical for loop inside a C or a Python program. If they want to write a for loop, they just go and ask ChatGPT, how to write a for loop in Python, and it will give you the for loop. They just copy and paste. So it's over reliance on AI. Ethical issues. These AI tools, when I'm asking some kind of code to AI, it can be biased towards some library, using some library in the code. Like if I'm asking to build a program to have a student management system, if it is biased towards a particular framework like Django in Python, it can always give me Django code. There is other framework called as Flask framework, which is much better, lightweight. But maybe ChatGPT will be biased towards this Django framework. So biasing is also an issue. Then, So in conclusion, it's good and it's bad. In both ways, it's challenging for us. It's good means we will be getting all relied on this AI. It's bad means sometimes we can lose our jobs because of this AI. Okay. Can anyone give their suggestions about these points? Any one or two suggestions? What do you think about AI? Will it be taking your job, or will it be a programming assistant which can improve your productivity? Yes, Abhishek.
Yes, sir. So the question is, in future, will the programmers community, will be reduced because of AI? Is it a sure thing that it will happen?
I would say yes. We cannot hide the fact. It's yes, but people will survive. Those who are able to tame this AI, the capability of AI, like those who know how to use AI efficiently. Uh, like if a programmer is taking 1 hour to complete a section of code, you can do it in 10 minutes if you are good at AI, good at using AI. Those kind of people will survive. It's not a world that is caring about each and every other, right? It's a competitive world. People just want to stay, jump on top of your head so that they can get their uh, increments, they can get their promotions. So it's a very competitive world. You should be staying ahead of this. There is a saying that if a lion is chasing you, you don't have to be the fastest person to get rid of that lion. You should be faster than the last person that is running in the crowd. That is, the lion will always catch the last person. If even if you are second last, you can survive. Similar to that, those who are not using AI, or those who are not that familiar with AI, they will perish. Of course, they will perish. There is no other choice for them. Either they can switch their career. But if you are good at programming and also good at uh, using AI, then the future world is for you.
One more thing, if we are constantly using AI to code, when we are not practicing how to write a code, will we lose in touch if we over rely on AI to generate codes? Will we
Yes, of
forget the
course,
code?
of course. Yes, of course, you will lose touch. You know, there should be a balance. You should know the basics. It's not like just for writing a for loop, you can go to AI and ask, give me the for loop, and it will give you the for loop. You just copy and paste. It's not like that. Then you will not be a programmer. Anyone can do that. Even a fifth standard student can go to ChatGPT and collect the code and paste it and make it work. It will work. The code is perfectly fine. So as programmer, the thing that is differing, that is making us different, is that we know programming. Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Abhishek. Nan,
Hello.
your microphone.
Sorry,
Yes,
my
yes,
name is
Nan.
Danya. Danya. My name is
Okay.
Danya.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, then yeah,
Danya.
go ahead, please.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Okay. So the AI now it's blooming, and
Hmm.
is it relevant to say that the AI can reduce the manpower?
Yes, it is. It is a really
Uh-huh.
unfortunate situation that manpower can be
Uh-huh.
reduced. But it's our focus should
Oh.
be not the getting
Uh-huh.
reduced manpower. Our focus should
Uh-huh.
be on being on top of that. Like we should be
So
yes.
how would we do that?
You
Be
should.
you said to be
mm,
in the top in the line.
mm.
So how can we do that? How can we achieve that?
You should be good with what you are doing. Like even if assume that there is no ChatGPT, nothing, even no Google search, nothing. Even if I give you a software development project, you should be able to do that. Okay, that is your capability. Then on top of that, you should learn how to make use of these kind of things, these AI assistants,
Things.
in order to do that. So then you don't have to worry. You will be on top of the list. Uh, there is a very wide, wonderful opportunity out there for people like those who are good at their programming and also good at using AI.
Okay. So currently, I'm not in IT field.
Mm,
I'm working as a customer success intern.
mm,
So now I want to switch my career because
mhm,
I've been working in this industry, which I'm currently in for
mm,
about 7 years and more. But
mm,
there is no
mm,
growth so far, and
mm,
I'm continuously being hearing about these AI,
mm,
DevOps, data
mm,
science, data
mm,
analytics, and
mhm,
those stuffs. It's blooming currently, and
mm.
it's a way to. I think it's a way to grow my career, and it is it a good option for me? Do you think it's a good option for me to choose? Am I able to do it because I don't know anything about IT industries and all. So
Do you have any experience using computers for simple
yeah,
programming?
yeah,
Even?
yes. I'm not the programming and all. I just work as a technical support for Amazon Kindle customers in US.
Okay,
So
okay, it's fine,
not.
it's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, it's fine.
So
If you
I
are
don't have any touch with the program and all. Coding, I don't. I'm far away from coding.
okay,
So
well,
mhm.
yeah, we have a
Yeah,
program at Faith Infotech. I'm not giving any commercials right now, but still, I'm just saying you should join a program where you can start from baby steps. Like this is a
yeah. I
variable a
decided.
equal to 5. Okay,
Uh,
this is a
uh,
variable. Okay. Yes, yes,
okay.
please.
I I decided to choose DevOps as my
Mm,
career. Is it,
mhm.
it will? Do you think it will work for me? Because someone told me that it doesn't need much programming knowledge or coding knowledge.
Yeah, it was a transition. At first, there were programmers. There were front-end
Mm-hmm.
programmers and there were back-end
Mm-hmm.
programmers. Front-end programmers will
Okay.
be designing the design. Back-end will be having all those database and all. Then there
Okay.
came the full-stack programmers, where they can reduce the number to only one programmer, where this programmer will be doing all the stuff. Full stack programmer will be
Mm-hmm.
doing the front end and back end. Then came
Okay.
the DevOps, where this programmer
Okay.
will be programming and also he can do all the operations like deploying the project into server. All these things can be done with the same
Okay.
person. That is DevOps.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
as far as what you're saying, yeah,
Uh-huh.
programming will be 50-50. You can have 50% of programming and 50% of deployment, like transferring your project to the server, managing the version control systems, all those things. 50% of it will be server management and version control systems and all, deploying your project. So it will
Okay.
not be fully fledged programming, but you should know about
Uh-huh.
programming. Uh, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I saw job descriptions regarding DevOps where they are asking for any programming language expertise. Any programming language is fine. Then any
Okay.
programming framework and also some database experience, database knowledge. Yes. So these
So,
three things are required for that programming part. Then for the non-programming part, like the deployment part, they can have GitHub for version control systems,
mhm.
for
Okay.
project management, and all
Mhm.
those AWS for cloud management. Those are the
Okay.
next 50%. So it's not fully
Okay.
100% programming, it's 50-50.
Okay. Okay. So, do you say I get opportunities because I'm not a IT background person? So, do I get opportunities if I do this course DevOps?
Yeah, sure.
I get.
Of course, you will.
Yeah, I can assure that I'm a go-getter, so I can assure that I can do as much as hard work as possible that I can
Mm.
do to switch my career. So, will it work for me? Do I get opportunities? Because
Depends on
do they
your
consider?
confidence, I would say. If you're confident, then
So,
there are so many
do,
opportunities.
Do they consider as me like a fresher?
That you have to plan accordingly. If you're joining for a course like 3 months or 4 months, then convert that also into your experience, like
Okay. Okay.
apprentice or trainee or something like
Okay.
that, so that
Okay.
it will add to your experience, so that you can mention in your resume saying that 4 months experienced junior DevOps engineer or something.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you
That
so
will be
much
that
for your
will
time.
be
Okay. Thank you so
yeah.
much for your time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Tanya. Okay, so we will now move on with our practicals. We have only 30-40 minutes left, so we can move on with our practicals. Let's start with some AI tools or assistants that we can use for our IDEs, or the IDE I am considering is Visual Studio Code. So let me, 1 second, give me a moment. Let me present my screen. Okay, let me present the screen. Okay, share. All right, so I hope you can view my screen right now. Okay, we will deal with AI-driven coding assistants at first. How you can integrate, how you can install these coding assistants into your Visual Studio Code. Hope if you have done at least 1 or 2 lines of code in your entire life, you would have already used Visual Studio Code, because it's a very popular IDE. We will see how we can integrate 1 or 2 AI assistants into your Visual Studio Code. Okay, there are more than 400 plus AI assistants available, but we will demonstrate some popular ones. Okay, I think on off your microphone. Danya, could you please turn off your microphone?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So let's at first have the official IntelliCode for Visual Studio from Microsoft. You know, Visual Studio, let me share the screen. Visual Studio Code. Hope you have this IDE, or you have already used this IDE for your programming. So this is an IDE that is from Microsoft, which is free to use. There is a Visual Studio, which is a paid IDE that is specifically for .NET, but Visual Studio Code is an IDE that is very easy to use. It's very lightweight and it's free to use. You can download it from Microsoft website. Can you please raise your hands, those who have already experienced it, those who have already at least code some 1 or 2 lines of code in Visual Studio Code, those who have experience with Visual Studio Code? Yes, Elena, Abhishek, yes. Okay, so this is the most popular IDE because this is popular because it can support so many languages. There was an IDE called Eclipse, which was especially for Java. Then there was PyCharm, which is specifically for Python. But this Visual Studio Code is an IDE that can pretty much gel with any programming language. For example, I am in my Visual Studio Code, I'm opening a folder. I'm creating a new folder. Just a new folder. If you want to, you can do it with me if you are having Visual Studio Code in your computer, and just creating a folder, demo. Okay, and I am selecting a folder. And then click on extensions, where you can have IntelliCode listed. Or you can simply type here, search for IntelliCode. And you can see IntelliCode It's already installed. If it's not installed, then click on install. And you can simply install IntelliCode. This is not a fully fledged assistant. It will not give you the entire code. This is kind of a programmer's assistant, I would say. If you type some program, then click a dot, then it will give you the suggestions. It's not a fully fledged programming assistance. The next one, after this IntelliCode, we will learn about one more programming assistant. That is a fully fledged programming assistant. You just say whatever you want and it will give you that. But this one is not for that kind of a purpose. This is for especially for programmers. Okay. Even if you are an amateur programmer, even if you are a junior programmer, or if you are a hobby programmer, you can use this IntelliCode. This is from the official Microsoft people. That is, they have their Visual Studio Code. This is our Visual Studio Code, and these people itself, they have developed this IntelliCode. Okay, once you have IntelliCode installed, you will have this disable and uninstall button. So let's keep it installed. Close this, and let's go to the code. What should I create? Let me see if I have some demo. And one more thing we forgot to do. Go to extensions in IntelliCode. Make sure you make it available for all the profiles. Click on apply for all the profiles. Okay. Once again, please go to this. I'm sorry, I missed that step. Click on IntelliSense and then settings. Apply extension to all profiles. Okay, that was the first one. Then go to settings. Then I'm going to use this for Python. If you're not familiar with Python also, you can understand what I'm trying to do, because it's the most easiest programming language you could learn. Better than anything. You don't have any brackets, you don't have any braces, you don't have any semicolons, nothing. Just simply write the code in plain English, it will be fine. That's why Python is the most easiest thing to program. Okay, so here we have Python completions enabled. Okay, just check that if it's checked. Then close settings, close this IntelliCode extension. Then let's create our first Python code. You should have Python also installed. If you don't have it installed, please install it. Go to extensions, Python, search for that, and here you can install it. I have already installed it, so I have it in my computer. If you're trying to install, it will take some time. So please don't try to install it as of now. If you have Python installed, we can proceed, or else you just watch the video. You can have it. We will upload it in YouTube. You can later refer to this video, our session video, so that you can check it. Okay. So I have Python installed. I have my, what was that? IntelliCode installed. Two things, two prerequisites. Now let's go to the code. Okay, so I am planning to have a program. I'm going to create my code.py. Py is an extension for Python. You know that. Okay, so this is my program. Give me a moment. Create a new Python file. Okay, and I am trying to create a program which can read text content, just some text content, and print it. Or I want the program to make the user type the name of the file it want to read, then the Python program will read the file. I know it sounds complicated. I know it will make you scared, because it's going to be a big program, but it's not. Using AI assistant, we can easily do that. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's create some text, some uh, content.txt, some text file. Let's type something like, what should I type? Let's type our pledge. India is my country. All Indians are my brothers and sisters. Okay, that's it. 2 lines of code. It's not code actually, it's simple text. What I want my program to do is, my program should ask the user to enter the name of the file, then the user should enter content.txt, and the program should be able to read the contents. Okay, so just to give some starting point, we are going to have a comment saying that, let me zoom in a bit so that you can see. You created these 2 files, right? A Python file and a text file. Okay, so let me close that, and here I am going to write a program to read text content from a file. Just some comment. That's it. Now I am writing a function. It's a little bit programming stuff, so those who are not able to follow this, the next tool is for you. Not this one, the next one. Next one is a magical tool. You can simply have any code you can get from that. But this one is basically for programmers. So please stay with me for some 5 minutes while I demonstrate this, and we will move on with the next tool. Okay, let's have a function. Define. This is how you define a function in Python. Don't get scared. It's just def for define. The function name is print file contents. You can give whatever the name you want. Okay. Our AI assistant is currently learning whatever I am typing. It may not suggest you so many things at first because it's learning what you are doing, and once it have enough data, it will give you really wonderful suggestions. So this is my function, and I'm passing in the file name into that. Okay. File name. It's a function. And inside the function, I'm giving a try catch block. Can see? I just typed T and it gave me try. There are so many other keywords it can suggest, but it knows what I am trying to do. I don't know how it knows. I just typed T, and there are so many other popular keywords in Python, but it gave me try, which means that I was intending to use a try statement here. Okay, it depends on your computer. It depends on how far your AI assistant learned your way of coding. For me, it suggested try. And now we are going to try opening the file in read mode. If you are familiar with Python, you would have already known this. And I am typing W. Voila, I was trying to write a with here. There are so many popular keywords with W, but it's suggesting me with because it knows that I was trying to type with. Okay, so here's a program. With open, the magic still happens. O is for open. There are so many the keywords that start with O, but it suggests me open. Then here, the file, I'm typing F, not working. Then here I want to have the file name it's suggesting me to open in read mode. You can see blue text in read mode. Okay, read as file. Okay, some name. What I'm trying to do here is I am trying to open the file. I'm using this try here because so many things can happen, right? I'm I'm trying to open a file. I may not be having enough permission. I may not be having the file itself. I may not be having the file contents properly read by the program. There are so many mishaps can happen. So that's why I'm giving a try catch statement here. Try, I'm reading the content of the file, read and print the content. You notice that I'm not getting so much assistance because this is strictly for programmers. The next one will be not for non-programmers. So let me complete this. Content. I'm giving a variable called content equal to file dot. You can see there is read line, there is readiness, but it's suggesting me read, which I was intending to use. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, IntelliCode, for that. Then I am printing the content. That's it. This is the code, the base code. Then we can write an exception statement here. Like there could be some exceptions happening, like we don't know, maybe file not found. So many exceptions can happen. So I'm accepting that exception as an error. You can give whatever the name you want. It's an error variable. Then print it, saying that some error occurred. And the variable name, error. That's it. Finish. We have a program to read the contents of the file. I know that there is not so much assistance from the IntelliCode, but it is for programmers. Whenever you type the next dot, it will suggest things. So this is strictly for programmers. Okay, if you are a programmer, then you can always use this IntelliSense. Okay, I think some of you are trying to join. Okay, fine. And that was our function to read the file and display it. Now we will see how we can get the name of the file from the user. So I don't know how it works. Sometimes I wonder that if I give a particular command, this IntelliSense actually read that command and give me suggestions. I think so. Maybe it's really helping me to get suggestions. So always I will give comments like get the file name from the user. Okay, IntelliSense, I am trying to get the file name from the user, and let me have the file name inside a variable, file name equal to input. Then please enter file name. And then I am passing this file name to print file contents, and I am passing the file name. That's it. Our program is complete. If you run this, you can see if I run it, it will ask for the file name. I'm giving the file name. My file name is content.txt. And you can see it printed the contents. How long it took? Maybe 5 minutes since I was explaining. If I was not explaining and I was keeping on typing, it could take me 2 minutes to complete this program, with the assistance of IntelliSense. That was IntelliSense. The next assistant that we are going to use is the Codium. There was an assistant called from our GitHub Copilot. I'm not using it here because it's paid version. You have to give your card details to get that. So I'm using a free version. I'm using a free assistant. Okay, Codium is our free assistant. So let's see how we can use Codium inside Visual Studio Code. This is going to be, wonderful. It's magic. Let's see how we can install Codium. Let's go to our extensions, and here I am searching for Codium. Codium. I think I missed the spelling. Yes, Codium. Codeium. You can install Codium by just clicking on install. Okay, it got installed. You can see it's downloading Codium. It's around 331.5 MB in size. You don't believe me how wonderful this is. Okay, it's activated. Okay, I have to log in to use Codium. So once you install and click here, it will ask you to log in. You can log in using your Google account, no problem. Or you can create a new account if you want to. I use my Google to log in. Okay, so now I have Codium installed in my Visual Studio Code. Now let's see how we can use it. Codium can support more than 70+ languages, and it takes only 2 minutes to install in Visual Studio Code. I'm not having any relationship with this Codium people. I'm just suggesting based on my experience. Okay, I'm not trying to promote Codium and all. Okay, all right. So we have Codium installed. Now we will go to our code. We will take our Python code here. Now I'm going to write a program. Okay, see this. This is going to be crazy. I'm going to write a program. I didn't do anything. Tab. It's suggesting me my code itself. Okay. I don't want my code. It's already being written here. I don't want it to write once again. So I'm trying to write. Oh, okay. All right. I'm trying to write a program to check if, check if a string is, this was the program I was trying to. I was trying to write a program to check if a string is a palindrome. Palindrome means, the words that you can read from left to right and right to left, and it will be the same. Malayalam is. Can you give me an example of a palindrome? Any palindrome word? I'm not remembering anything right now. Anyone? Yes, madam. Yes. So madam is a palindrome. Thank you, Rashmi. Madam is a palindrome. Okay, we had, I didn't do anything. I just press enter. The only thing I have to do is press a tab. Press another tab. That's it. The code is ready. Now I am trying to use this. You can see I'm not typing anything. I'm just sitting here. Tab. Then another tab. That's it. It's reading my mind. Whatever I'm thinking, it's reading my mind. Okay, I'm running it. Run. Okay, this was our first program. Okay, content.text. Okay, that was our first one. Okay, please enter a string. This is our new program. This function. I am entering madam. Just like Rajmi suggested, I'm entering madam, and it's not printing anything. Oh, okay. Let's print here. Instead of returning true and false, I'm printing here. Print And even the print statement is also being suggested for me. You can see, just press a tab. And here, another print statement. Print. I didn't do anything. It's suggesting me that this should be the print statement. Isn't it? It's really wonderful. Okay. So now I am checking is palindrome string tab. The only thing I did is I started typing and I keep on pressing tab and the program is ready. Just let the Codium know what you're trying to achieve and it will help you through the entire process of coding. Isn't it wonderful? It's really wonderful. That's why we should be fearful. Okay, but okay, fine. I'm not scaring you anyways. I'm deleting this and I'm running this code. Run, enter a string, madam, enter, and you can see the string is a palindrome. Easy peasy. Right. Okay, so these are the two examples that I would like to show you. The first one was strictly for programmers. That's kind of a programming kind of an assistant where it will not give you this kind of a bulky suggestion. It will give you just the next step. Press dot and it will give you the next function to use. Press dot and it will give you the next property to use. And it will also assist you in troubleshooting. For example, here I have not used this semicolon. And you can see it's suggesting me the semicolon, the step. That's it. That's a really wonderful assistant that you can use, coding assistant that you can use. Okay, so we learned about how we can include a programming specific coding assistant, which was our, what was the name of that? IntelliCode. Yes. And also there is another programming assistant we use, which is Codium, which is a fully fledged AI programming assistant. You can do whatever you want with that. That's really a wonderful tool. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Did I have to repeat anything, or is it okay? Shall we proceed to the next session? Shall we? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Karthik. All right. Yeah, thank you. Now we will move on with ChatGPT prompting. Like I said before, thank you, Rashmi. I will move on to ChatGPT ChatGPT prompting, where we learn how we can efficiently prompt ChatGPT. Okay, let me get my slide. Here is my slide. We are running out of time, so I will skip all those theory parts as much as possible. ChatGPT prompting technique for developers. It's called as technique. You know, it's not step or, for example, search engine optimizer. Marketing is a technique. It's not, what to say? It's not technology, I would say. It's not defined steps. It's technique, which means it can change over time. You are implementing some code and your website, your bakery, you're having your business, you're having your textiles, you're having, the thing will be on top of Google search, isn't it? You are making your website search engine optimized so that your business, when people search for your business, it will be on top of the page. One fine morning, you can see that your page is at the 10th position in Google search when you do Google search. So that means that whatever you did so far, Google underestimated that and it built some new algorithm so that you have to modify your technique. It's not actually step, it is actually a technique. Step means it will be always the same, but techniques will keep on changing. So ChatGPT prompting is also a technique. It's not a well-defined step and all. It's a technique. So we are going to learn some ChatGPT prompting techniques. I will make it as quick as possible. I plan to include some introduction to ChatGPT. So what is ChatGPT? Chat is chat. Okay, it does not have any full form and all. Chat is our normal chat, WhatsApp chat, Google chat, whatever chat. Chat is chat itself. GPT is, that is, generative pre-trained transformer. GPT stands for generative pre-trained transformer. You have ChatGPT, you have Bard AI, you have our WhatsApp. What is that? In WhatsApp, we have Meta AI. Meta AI, then Copilot, Microsoft Copilot. All these technology, all these machine learning models are called as transformers. They are collectively called as transformers. Okay, ChatGPT, Bard AI, then Meta AI, everything is transformer. GPT is a generative pre-trained transformer. Is a, yes, GPT is an 8. Yes, yes, Abhilash, yes, that's correct. GPT is the transformer model, I would say, transformer model developed by, what is the name of the company? Yeah, what was the name of the company? ChatGPT's company. Yes, OpenAI. Yes, OpenAI. I'm sorry. Sometimes I lose my memory. Okay, maybe because of our usage of AI tools and all. Okay, I'm not, right now we don't have to remember anything. Just go and type. Everything will be given back to us. Okay, so OpenAI developed ChatGPT, which is a transformer model. They developed their own transformer model called generative pre-trained transformers. And right now they are having their 4th generation GPT, GPT-4. It can be used for a wide range of things. Okay, I'm cutting the chase here. I'm skipping the theory here. Let's move on with some practicals. Okay, then one thing I would like to say that you can do Google search, you can do ChatGPT. You can prompt ChatGPT, you can search on Google. But these two things are different. I sometimes saw people doing the same thing in Google. How can I get this? Where can I get a pair of screwdrivers? I would ask Google. Buy screwdrivers, BUY, buy screwdrivers. That's how Google search should be made. In ChatGPT, it's prompting. We are asking like we are having a conversation with a human. Like, could you please let me know where I can get a pair of what? Screwdrivers. This is how it should be asked, just like how we interact with a human. Here I can give you an example. The screenshot is very small. Here I am asking Google search why Shakespeare is great. It will give you answer based on what it already have in the website. For example, here I am asking why Shakespeare is great. It is giving me back the result from BBC website. So for Google to give me back something, to give me a result, it should be there in some website. That is, Google cannot generate content. It can give you the content which it can take from a website and it can present it to you. So of course, it's copyrighted. You cannot simply copy this and use it in your document because it's the content from the BBC website. But in ChatGPT, the great thing about ChatGPT is that whatever ChatGPT give it to you, you can simply copy and paste it in your document. It will not be having any copyright issues. Why? Why? Because ChatGPT is generating contents for you. It's not picking contents from a website and giving it to you. It is generating. It is building its own content. Maybe it is having the knowledge of all those websites. It's having the knowledge of all those contents in the World Wide Web, but it is building contents for you. So I can simply copy this, the entire article and paste it in my article. You know, as of now, there are so many book authors who can simply generate contents from, who is simply generating contents from AI and, you know, selling their books, because no one can claim copyright for ChatGPT generated contents because it's generated. It's not copied. Okay, that's a difference. So when you search Google, it does not have any capacity to generate its own contents. It will be always picking contents from websites, listed from websites or videos and all. But with ChatGPT, you can be sure that it's the content generated by ChatGPT. So it's creating its own content. No copyright, nothing. You can even make ChatGPT write a novel for you, and you can simply copy that novel and paste it in any online novel website, and you can generate cash for your novel. No, it's that easy nowadays. Even writers and musicians and artists are really having their career in threat, actually. Okay, fine. Let's talk about the positives. Sometimes I'm getting so negative, I don't know. All right. So these are the theory part I was trying to cover for you, but since we don't have much time, I will just skip through these. There are different types of neural networks. We have feed-forward neural network, recurrent neural network, convolutional neural network, or CNN. You would have already noticed about the CNN in your college syllabus, AI books. Then we have LSTMs, that is long short-term memory networks. Then generative adversarial neural networks, like, you know, what was the, recently we had a scam. Someone generated Narendra Modi's image and deep fake. Yes, deep fake. Do you have any idea what is deep fake? Recently we had deep fake in the news. So many allegations saying that deep fake videos of political leaders were appearing. What is deep fake? Can anyone, those who are good with general knowledge, can anyone let me know what is deep fake technology? Please, I want you to answer. It's not
using AI to produce videos.
Yeah, produce videos, looking the videos that look very, very authentic, but it is a fake video. You can see here, you can see this horse video, this brown color horse video is actually the original video, the actual video. This is the AI generated video. This is a deep fake video of this horse. Even horse cannot escape from deep fake, this is a deep fake video. So these kind of videos are generated by generative adversarial neural network, or GAN. Then came the transformers. This is the super, what I would say, the superstar of neural networks nowadays. All the researchers have focused their research on this transformers. Like I said, our GPT is also a transformer. The examples of transformers include BERT, then GPT-3, Roberta. I had a list. there. Yeah, GPT-4 by OpenAI, Llama by Meta AI. You know, the Meta AI that you use in your WhatsApp, it's Meta AI's Llama model. That is also a transformer model. Then DeepMind created their model called Flamingo. Then Lambda, they created Google created Lambda. Then all these are the powerful large language models or LLMs or transformers created by these big giant companies. We will be focusing on ChatGPT as of now because ChatGPT is actually the very popular, you know, GPT tool right now. So what we are going to do is we will see how we can prompt ChatGPT. Prompting is a procedure of crafting clear and specific queries to get the desired response from the agent. Okay. Let's cut the chase. Okay. Prompting is asking ChatGPT the way what you want. Okay. You can simply ask something and it will give you a reply. You can ask in a specific way and it will give you a different reply. Let's say if you are trying to ask ChatGPT what is a black hole, it will explain in a scientific way. For example, let's go to ChatGPT. Let me go to ChatGPT. We will parallelly do this. Chat.openai.com. Okay, so this is my ChatGPT. I'm going to ask ChatGPT, explain to me what is a black hole. So this is my first prompt. Okay. A black hole is a region of space where gravitational pull is so intense, nothing, even light cannot escape a boundary. You know, this is kind of a very scientific explanation. You can set the context, saying that, explain to me what is a black hole. Let me copy this. Explain to me what is a black hole, considering me as a 5-year-old child. Okay. You can see if you are playing outside, you can see the difference. We are asking the same thing, but in a different way. We had first asked ChatGPT, explain what is a black hole. It gave me all those, astrophysics kind of things. But now I asked ChatGPT, explain it to me like a 5-year-old, like you are explaining to me like a 5-year-old child. Then it gave me a very kind of childish reply saying that, think of it like this. If you are playing around outside and there is a big hole in the ground, once your toy rolls into the hole, you cannot get it back. It's a black hole. It eats things up, just like storytelling. That's a difference. That's a difference of how the way people prompt ChatGPT. Those who know how to prompt ChatGPT, I'm sorry, those who know how to prompt ChatGPT and those who don't know how to prompt ChatGPT. The way they write the prompt differs. Okay, we will have a few more examples. Oh, it's 12:09. Fine. We will have another example. Another example is that if you want to know about the different steps involved in a heart block removal surgery, you can ask ChatGPT that. If you want to make ChatGPT to explain it very fine, you can ask setting the context, saying that you act as a cardiac surgeon with 20 years of experience doing surgeries. Your goal is to give me a 10-line summary of each step involved in a heart block removal surgery, and the intended audience is inexperienced 5th grade students. Okay, so here I am setting the context. I am asking ChatGPT that you are a cardiac surgeon with 20 years of experience. Okay, so you are an expert. I'm assigning role to ChatGPT, saying that you are an expert. You have 20 years of experience. But I am not an expert. I am a 5th grade student. So explain it to me like you are explaining it to a inexperienced 5th grade student. This will really make a big difference in prompting the GPT. How we can, if I'm doing it, it will take much time. Okay, we will make the prompt short. You are a surgeon, GYN, surgeon with 20 years experience. I am a 5-year-old kid. Explain it to me how a heart valve replacement is done. Let me see how it's going to explain. So here I am giving role to ChatGPT. Okay, you can see it gave me a funny reply. Here I am giving role to ChatGPT saying that you are an expert. I am also assigning myself a role saying that I am a 5-year-old kid. So explain it to me, and you can see the difference. Okay, then forget whatever we said, whatever I said so far. So I'm deleting all the context as of now. Okay, got it. Now, you are a surgeon with 20-year experience. Explain it to me that how a heart valve replacement can be done. Then you can see the difference. You can see it is explaining like how it is explaining to a fellow doctor. You can see that's the difference. Here it's explaining it to a 5-year-old kid, and here it's explaining it to a a professional. You can see. Then you can also include any exclusions. I don't know whether it's grammatically correct. Okay. You can also include any thing that you want to exclude from the result. For example, here I am asking ChatGPT to exclude any disturbing steps, and it will explain it to you by excluding all those blood and bloody steps. Okay, all those disturbing steps. Okay, so this is how we can prompt it. And also you can suggest, if you want more details, you can, don't worry about the GIF. Actually, I'm really fond of using GIFs in my presentations. Okay, you can ask ChatGPT, just in case if ChatGPT is not clear about what I am trying to ask him, I can ask him or her. I don't know whether ChatGPT is a girl or boy. Anyway, I can let ChatGPT know that just ask me if you want more details before generating the summary. Okay, that we can type like for our statement here. Ask more details if required. If no more details are required, acknowledge. I'm not good at spelling, as you can know. Acknowledge that also. So I'm asking ChatGPT, if you want any more help, any more details, you can ask me. Or if you don't want more details, you can say that also. Okay. I think it doesn't need more details. Okay, fine. Now let's move on with basic ChatGPT prompting. I'm sorry with the GIF again. Zero-shot prompting is a technique in which we are generating an answer without any examples or context. You can simply give it a shot. No background, no context, nothing, no roles. Just give it a shot. Generate 10 Indian baby boy names. Okay, just give the prompt. Generate 10 names that I can give to my new car. Oh, car. Okay, pet. Turbo, shadow, bolt, CP, blaze. Okay, fine. This is called as zero shot prompting. Here we are not having any kind of context setup. Okay, and then sorry for taking so much time. There is another prompting technique. I'm skipping few slides here. There is another prompting technique called as in and out prompting. Okay, here you can see in the GIF they have a captcha where it have to check that I'm not a robot. Actually, a robot is checking that. This is a funny GIF I found. Okay, I'm skipping few slides here. Give me a moment. We are running out of time. Okay, we will move on with those are general prompting things. So we will move on with as far our session is concerned, we are focusing on coding. So let's move on with some ChatGPT prompts which could generate you programming snippets. It can be used for auto completion and code editing. It can be used to generate sample code and snippets. You already know that. Give ideas for programming tasks. Just like this, you can simply go to ChatGPT and ask him to write a program to create a CSV file mapping top 100 living beings and their average lifespan. This is actually a program that data scientists use. If you want to create a CSV mapping to some data, then you can use this kind of prompting techniques. We will do one thing. We will write some few sample programs like sample programming, prompts. Don't worry, I will wind up in 10 more minutes. Okay, we will wind up the session by 12:30. I'm really sorry that this is taking so long. Let's go to the first prompt that we can use. We can ask coding questions to ChatGPT like how to. I'm focusing on Python. I'm asking how to merge two dictionaries in Python. Give me the code with proper comments. You can see. So dictionary, I have one dictionary here. I have another dictionary here. I'm going to merge the second dictionary into the first dictionary. You can see the comments. We are trying to merge dictionary 2 into dictionary 1. And your okay, free plan limit for GPT, where I will be automatically switched to GPT-3. Okay. Different ways by which we can merge dictionaries. This is using non-update method. This is using the syntax like this. Then this is using the pipeline operator. So it is suggesting us so many things. Then we can also ask ChatGPT to get the difference between two concepts, like what's the difference between OOPS and procedural programming. Sorry with my spellings. explain with a simple Python example. So this is my prompt. You can see an example of a procedural programming, and the same example we have for an object-oriented programming. We have all those explanations here. Similarly, we can also uh, uh, have concepts like explain while loop in Python. It will also give you explanation about what is a while loop, why it is used, initialization, then the syntax, everything. And one more thing, I don't want to explain all these things. The main thing you have to keep in mind is you can assign role to ChatGPT saying that you are this, and you can ask questions. And once you are saying that you are a teacher with expert in physics, this is how I am setting the role. So once you set the role, all the reply from ChatGPT will be biased. It will be kind of based on a little bit of bias towards physics. So if you want to clear the role, you can ignore your role, what I assigned you as a, that is if you are, okay, that's it. So if you are assigning role to the ChatGPT, make sure that once you use it, you have to clear it by just asking it to ignore what I have said. Okay. Then you can set the context, like explain just like how you explain it to a 10-year-old boy, or explain it how you like to explain it to a girl where you don't want to reveal any disturbing facts. Then it will explain like that. You can set the context, and once you finish getting that reply, you can ask ChatGPT to just erase whatever the context you have set, and you can proceed. Or else you can create a new chat and proceed. If you're continuing with that chat, it will be always biased. Okay. Then even though you are using ChatGPT, there are times when you have to write things like summarize or generate me a story based on these two incidents. Then I want to have that incident written below this. Hope you all know. If you don't know, it's shift enter so that I can type the next line. So my first incident is uh, a tiger chasing a boy from top of the hill. And 2, a lion is waiting at the valley. I don't know why I'm speaking so much negativity nowadays. Okay. All right. Then the story should have a positive ending where the boy is making friendship with the tiger and the lion, and he is returning home safely. So you can type line by line. Just press shift and enter. You can type line by line. Okay. Let him generate a story for you. Oh. I'm curious to see the climax of this. Instead of showing aggression, the tiger seemed curious. I didn't mean to disturb you. I was just exploring. Oh, what a decent tiger we got. Okay. And the lion also said, I only chased you because I thought you were a threat. And the lion said, it seems you have brought us together, little one. Ah, I really hope all lion and tiger should be like this. Okay, fine. Anyway, the tiger smiled, the boy went home. The end. Okay. Okay, so I'm sorry I had to rush through so many things with our session today. And I hope you got something to take home from our session. We discussed about the different tools that we can use for AI assistance. We discussed about how we can set context for your AI. Then we can assign role for your AI. We learned how we can type some advanced prompts. I'm really sorry that we were running out of time. We will surely have one more session later in which we will go to some advanced prompting techniques. So I believe the session was nice. If you have any feedback or any, it's time for our Q&A session. We can have 4 more minutes. I'm really curious to see what you're suggesting me. Any questions? Anything?
So the whole point of using AI in your code is to improve the efficiency or the speed of your code. Just
Yes.
to
Mhm.
okay. So I heard about a program that Faith Institute is providing, the Python with the integrated data science and AI. So I believe that developing, I mean, programming it's a different sector, and data science is a different sector. How come these two can be combined together?
In data science or in AI, the basic programming language most of the people use is Python, because I don't know why they choose Python. Python is having so many, I would say it's endless, countless number of modules that you can use for AI and this data science. So learning Python will be an added advantage to your data science career or your AI career. And by learning full stack Python along with AI, of course, nowadays companies are preferring people with AI knowledge, even if they don't want you to be an AI expert and all, but kind of a peripheral knowledge you should have. In the Faith program, we have the full stack Python with starting from the basics, just like baby steps, like we had a discussion before. Just like from starting to type the code, the first line of code, till advanced programming techniques like using frameworks, DevOps, uh, you know, uh, parts of DevOps, not fully DevOps, parts of DevOps. Then we have, once you learn all these things, once you learn how to program, even if you are not from a computer science background also, you can still manage to learn this, because it will be starting from the very basics. Just like I said, how to open Visual Studio Code, from that point, from that basic point, we will be starting. Even if you are not using your computer for coding, you are just using your computer for YouTube and Facebook, it's fine. We will be teaching you from the point where you can click on the start button, install Visual Studio Code, open a file in Visual Studio Code, writing your first line of code. This is how it will go. So even if you're not from that kind of a technical background also, you can still learn. Then once you learn Python, you learn all the frameworks. Then switching to data science or AI will be very easy for you. And learning data science will be an added advantage, because as a full stack Python programmer, you will be on among maybe 10,000 people. But as a full stack Python programmer, junior full stack Python programmer with knowledge of data science, you will be on among 750 of them. Okay, so that much exclusion you can have. You can eliminate so much competition by having one more additional skill. And also there are options. I think there is an option for internship in data science. If you are lucky enough, there could be some internship opportunities. Companies are approaching us, so it will be very beneficial for you. Like you will be having an extra advantage. You will be having something more when you apply for job rather than simply learning full stack. So that's an advantage.
Okay. So we'll be building a website using Python, and also we'll be learning data science with AI.
Yeah, using Python libraries. So it will be an entire Python package.
Okay, got it, sir. Got it. So may I know when the interviews will be for the next program?
I don't know, maybe next month. Every month there will be sessions starting, batches starting. This month, I think the batch has already started. For the next month, for November, is November the next month? Yes, now it's October, right? Okay, for November, you can go to the website and leave an inquiry, or you can apply there so that you can enroll yourself in November batch. Okay, or you can just give us a WhatsApp message. You can call. Okay, so every month there will be a batch starting.
Okay. Okay, sir. So
Okay.
in about 4 months, we would be developing a website using the language that we have learned.
Yes, of course. It is actually divided into different camps. The entire program, the 100 days program, will be divided into camp 1, camp 2, camp 3, like that. It's kind of building on top of each and every camp. So camp 1 will be the very basic camp. There you will be entering the classroom like purely, what I would say, a layman, I would say. No, yeah, beginner. And by the camp 3 you will be somewhat intermediate, and by camp 6 you will be the best full stack developer, so that you can build applications, web applications by your own. And also you will be expert in deep learning, machine learning, and data science. We will be combining all these things, these three things in our data science course, so that you can build a model by yourself, a machine learning model by yourself. You can use that model, you can train that model, you can make that model to predict things. So you will be an expert in machine learning kind of stuff, and also you will be able to design and develop and deploy a fully fledged web application.
Yes, sir. And what are the opportunities that we have at Faith after completing this course, if I may know? Like the how good is the placement?
Okay, we are having a dedicated placement cell here. There are companies who come to us for um, uh, asking for candidates, and also we will refer you people to other companies. There are dedicated sessions for aptitude. Most of the companies, the first session will be aptitude. We have a collaboration with the best trainers for aptitude. You will be having dedicated aptitude training for a daily 1 hour of aptitude training and aptitude and reasoning. Then we have an interview preparation cell. We have communication trainer here in Faith. So it's a total package. You will improve your communication, you will improve your aptitude and reasoning skills, so that you can apply for other kind of this PSC kind of things also, just in case if you want to, I'm saying. And we have technical session, we have this AI sessions. So it's an entire package. Okay, I was talking about the placement opportunities. There are opportunities that is originated from Faith. Like people will be coming to Faith asking, we are having openings, will you be having candidates? So we can refer to them, the top people in the batch. Like you will be sorted based on your batch. your score, and then we can send you to other companies where we have partnership, we have tie-up. Then also we can, our placement team will be keenly watching the job market. We will be sorting out the job opportunities. We will be recommending it to you daily, like a newsletter coming to your WhatsApp, like apply for this, apply for this. It is matching your profile. So you will be always be engaged by your placement cell so that you can keep on applying. You can go to the referred placement opportunities, and also you will be getting trained in this extra technical skills.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So others, anything else? Shall we conclude this session? Okay, so I think that's it. I'm really sorry to take it so long. We planned to complete it by 12 o'clock, but you know, I took your 30 more valuable minutes. I'm really sorry for that. There could be a continuing session for this. There are so many things I wanted to teach you, but I was not able to because of the time constraint. There could be a continuing session for this. So see you soon if there is one. And I wish all of you the very best in your coding career, in your technical career, and also be enthusiastic and be learning always. There could be AI, there could be robots, there could be aliens coming to attack us. Don't worry about that. Just be good with your stuff, with what the stuff you have. Then no one can beat you. Nothing can take your position. If you are good at what you are doing, nothing can threat you. You know, whether it's AI or robot or any apocalypse or doomsday coming in, nothing. You don't have to worry if you are good at the skill what you're having. Okay. So thank you all. That was a wonderful session, and hope you all. I wish you all success in your journey. Thank you. Have a great time. Bye bye.
Very thank you, sir, for your valuable session. It was very nice.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.